Hey, what's going on? So, today we're gonna answer the question, why you suck in guitar playing? I'm not talking about the process of sucking, but more like your perception of your playing. Without understanding this, you'll have a hard time playing in a band, playing in studio, playing for yourself or family, on your favorite sofa, or on stage when you play those scales, pentatonics, phrases, licks, and bass player will laugh at you all the time, calling you Alexander the Great, because when you conquer the A minor pentatonic scale on 5th fret, you won't know what to do next. And we'll start from afar. How it all starts. Every human being of any profession, not only guitar player, but no matter if he's professional or beginner, each person deep inside has something that I call an inner barrier of self-respect. It's a barrier that a person himself considers as satisfying level. It all starts from a childhood and maybe your parents when you go to school for the first time and your mom's is angry that you look scruffy, how your shirt is in pants, how it is out, make your bed and put the books on the shelf in alphabetic order. Different things are growing that in you and you become pedantic sometimes. Sometimes kids grow in opposition and they hate it for a long time. Maybe they had too much of that pedantry. Someone has ADHD, someone has an OCD, someone has a different character. It's not good, it's not bad. We're just different. And all these people have certain barrier of satisfactory, so that when they're above it, they feel good and comfortable. And if they're underneath, they always feel ashamed of their playing. I can't play it there. I don't want anyone to hear what I just played. What if I missed a note? What if I play the notes out of scale? What if my own ear's gonna hear that disaster and I'm gonna hate myself after that? And that's why I'm gonna play somewhere here in the middle in one position, because otherwise I'm risking too much to lose my self-respect. Wait. So someone's barrier of satisfaction is pretty high, as I said. And someone's gonna respond to this like, barrier? Level? Self-respect? What is that? I don't give a fuck, man.
Shag my friends tonight!
And everyone's barrier is in different places. Not sure I wanted to say that exactly, but the meaning is pretty close. Regarding my barrier, I would say that my satisfying level with which I would feel pretty well playing songs, playing live, solos, riffs, improvising, etc. is something like Joe Bonamassa's level. I'd be morally satisfied with what I hear from my hands, what I play. I wouldn't feel uncomfortable improvising, trying something new. I wouldn't be afraid to make a mistake trying different vibratos, bends, melismas, because I would still be confident enough in my mind knowing that everyone around knows my level too. So I'm not afraid to be free with the instrument. Like free to think about music only instead of how I sound and how I put my finger on the fretboard. And if you're below your own satisfying level of playing, you will never feel okay. And if your friend asks you to improvise on this chord progression, your playing won't grow instantly to the level of your expectations. No, it will fall even lower than your real skills. You probably noticed many times that you can't do the same in front of people like you can when you're alone. That's what I'm talking about right now. You'll be all tensed, not knowing what to play next, and even if you know what to do but not totally sure, you won't take a risk. And here, your technique and how well you know the fretboard and overall level of playing will become the issue number one. And when you start playing guitar, start practicing. When you set certain goals for yourself, you should definitely understand where that barrier of satisfaction is for you. Not for me, not for others, but for you. And it must not be something global like, I want to learn to play guitar, or I want to be a good guitar player. Like every guitar player wants to in the beginning. That isn't precise enough. Our brains just don't work that way. More detail, buddy. Deep understanding here is a must. One guy once asked me how much time would it take for me to learn to play guitar freely and write music that I want to play. And here, the big problems are going to take place. You won't be able to write music freely and think freely on the instrument until you get rid of that fear. That's why I would say those who never care are pretty lucky actually, but mostly in 99% of cases, you'll get rid of that fear only when you achieve your minimal satisfying level. I often hear stuff like, you can either work on music or work on technique, and that's just such a bullshit. The fact that some technicians don't write beautiful music isn't because their technique is good, but because their taste is bad. The reality is you won't be the best writer that you can be till the moment when you stop thinking of how to put your fucking finger on the fucking string to make it sound like you fucking want it to sound. If you spend half of your time while playing thinking how to position your hand or how to play that or that, you're not thinking about what you play. All right, let me give you some analogy. If you drive a car and you still think of how to change gear, you partially lose control over what happens on the road. If you still think of how to play in your mind, you're still not in a musical world where the creativity is fully in charge. You can't set yourself free fully and be in that world of fantasies, imagination, when you only imagine how that would sound and do it instantly, experimenting again and again and again. You're not there. You're still too concentrated on the clutch, especially if there's someone in the room with you, like maybe a bass player. So, as I said, everyone's barrier is different, but everyone should understand it pretty well. Someone can get into this musical world pretty easily because they don't have high standards for themselves. They don't really care about it. Some people can easily show off and laugh at themselves with cellulite and extra 100 pounds of weight on the beach, and it's okay for them. Someone sees just a few extra pounds in the mirror and they're like, oh my god, I can't go out. What if someone sees that I gained 2 pounds? Well, maybe it's a bit too much, yeah. And maybe you should even go do some therapy if you're too nervous because a wrong note. But most guitar players won't go to the therapist being like, Doctor, a few months ago, it was the first time I played in a band and there was a song and I had to improvise in the final chorus. I had to play for like 30 seconds, which felt like a fucking year for me. I started playing that G minor pentatonic on the 3rd fret, and I felt the pressure from people around me. I still can't forget that look from the bass player. What if I played the wrong note? I knew the 2nd position for the G minor, but I couldn't move away from the 3rd fret. I started fucking repeating the same fucking lick over and over again. And then, when I played it for like 20 seconds, I saw that the bass player was staring at me. And then I realized that he's not the only one. They all stare at me. And I knew it's over. I knew it's over. So you have to decide for yourself, what is your satisfying level, and try to get there in order to have a lot more freedom for musicality. If you didn't buy your guitar to do things like Nicolas Cage did in the Rock movie, then try to not stop yourself until you get to your satisfying level of playing and be so satisfied with it that you could easily take guitar and show off in front of even other professional musicians. Yeah, show off about what cool song or lick you've written. If you don't have that little satisfaction from what you hear from your own hands, you won't be able to experiment as good as you actually could. You'll think too much about how to play instead of what to play. You'll think like, damn, I want to play that melody, but it sounds like crap because I can't play it the way I want. And you will think of positions, why you sound crappy, why I play a lick and it sounds awful, even though some other guitar player plays the same lick, the same damn lick, and it sounds cool. Like, should I really play guitar? Maybe it's not my thing. I'm stuck at these frets because I'm not sure I'll play the right notes. I don't want to feel weird because of that. I'm gonna play simple 2 chords for hours because that's the only thing that satisfies my ears. This is exactly why your technique and knowledge of the fretboard are so important. These 2 things. The importance level is different for each person. That's the thing. So don't go to the comments being like, well, I don't care about it, it's all good for me. Yeah, maybe everyone's perception is different. But the thing is, you will be the best version of yourself only when you think about the situation on the road, but not how to change gear. If you still think how, you know what to do. And try to understand that goal in detail. Like, do the list of specs for yourself, including control over melismas, like vibrato, bends, slides, controllable noise. Add all that in the list. Understand how you want to control it and when the level of control will fully satisfy you and let you forget about how and concentrate on music only. So, thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.